Hey, it's Brian and John from Workshop Addict. Today we're going over the WILTON All-Terrain Vice. We actually have kit 10015, which comes with a case, an extra receiver, and the vise that is meant for a 2-inch receiver. Now we have this put in an F350, which has a 2.5-inch receiver, but we just have the little insert in between, which causes the vise to have a little bit more play. Not a lot, because there are some set screws that you can tighten up and make things work. But this little unit here really caught our eye when we seen it, and it's something that has a few features that nothing else is out there. First, it's really portable, and being able to put it and use it in the truck, out in the field, on your shop vehicle, in the back of a ATV or Gator, or just about anywhere, allows you to do a lot of things that you might not be able to do in the field, especially for agriculture. I guess some of the things that really stuck out is just how this vise operates. First, we have a 2x6 in here. We'll go over specs in a minute, so you can see that it's got a good depth to it. But once it's tightened up, if you need to move this handle, and I don't want to step in front of the camera, but it actually pulls out easy when you get there. Go ahead. There you go. You can move it in any position without trying to actually, or without moving the vise. So it's got a real nice way of adjusting it. Everything's smooth. Everything works a lot better than what you'd think. A nice powder coat enamel finish, and you do have an anvil on the top so you can hammer on some stuff.
Striking anvil is going to take quite a bit of abuse. A lot of times you see some, you'll see vices and they're 35, 45, 50 bucks. It's usually because it's made out of cheap steel, and once you hit it, you could end up damaging it. And this is one of the things that Wilton really took they looked at really good. They made sure this was the second one, I believe, their first prototype. They had to go back and put a different steel in it because it just wasn't hard enough. One thing that this has behind the anvil is a handle. You know, this is 35 pounds. So when you pull the pin out and you take this out of your trailer hitch, you need to have a way to carry it. It really has a deep handle. It's probably about 4 inches, 3.5 inches deep, so it's easy to carry. A couple other things about it is it has pipe jaws in it. Most vices do. So it's got down at the bottom in case you're going to be working with PVC, any kind of steel, you can cut it. And it has some V grooves in the top here with replaceable jaws. Now, Brian was talking about this the extra receiver. This receiver is used to be mounted on a workbench or a trailer or something. So this ATV vise can be used in the back of your pickup truck. It can be used in a workshop. Let's say you're on the work site and you just need to be able to have a vise right now. You could screw this down onto your work table and you've got a vise ready to go.
It's also nice for the back of a shop truck or anything else where you might have a flatbed on the back. You just screw it down. You don't have to mount a receiver. That on the paperwork here, that is stock number 10300. It's $24.99. The case that we have up top, this is a stock number, if you buy it separate, 10350, and this is a $59.99 case. The case fits everything that we're showing you here. Really nice plastic case. Everything fits in really tight, closes up nice.
This would be one of those things you'd use your vise, stick it in your back seat of your pickup truck, and you always have it with you. It's nice to have it when you need it because you're not going to drive around with this vise in your receiver. First of all, it's going to be a shin killer for somebody and who doesn't know it's there. And second of all, I'm not even sure if it's not legal in a lot of states to be driving with one of these. I've seen a lot of homemade vices before that either mount on somebody's bumper or even on a trailer hitch, but not everybody has the ability to make this setup. So
yeah, you might leave it on your shop truck. Let's go over some specs that we have. So first off, we have a 2-inch square receiver. We are going with a jaw width of 6 inches.
Opens to 5 3/4 inches, which is nice. Here's something that when we first started looking at it, I wanted to find out. We know it opens to 5 3/4 inches, but does it stop? Because my bench vise in my shop, if I go ahead and take it all the way out, it'll continue to go out until it falls. This one stops at 5 3/4, so you're not going to lose and have this fall out.
The jaw inserts that are in here are a hardness of 45 to 56 HRC.
No idea what that is.
No? Well, you got to read up, man.
Okay.
Pretty good. The pipe capacity is 3/4 inch to 3 inch, or if you remove one of the jaw inserts, you can go 1/2 inch to 3 inch. Clamping force of 1 ton, throat depth of 5 inches, and jaw travel per 1 rotation of the handle is 0.15 inches. Weight of 39.68 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 35.
That might be the whole case together.
Okay. Either way, 35 pounds, 39 pounds. It's actually pretty heavy when you're picking it up and put it in. This isn't a cheap tool. This is not one of those built really cheaply tools.
No, and you can tell they put a lot of thought into it. Just the idea of being able to take some set screws, you know, really lock it down in your receiver, make it so it's tight, so it fits just about any receiver well. It's not just fitting it.
The powder coated enamel, the reason why that's so important on this is it makes this a little bit of water resistant, so you're not just going to put it out in the rain and have it start rusting.
I think this is an awesome unit.
Yeah, when we saw this at the World of Concrete, we both went, wow, that's cool. And we just couldn't wait to get our hands on one of these.
It's got a great name behind it. My only hesitancy in this is if I put something back here and I'm cutting with it or I'm doing something, my poor tailgate.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Yeah. But other than that, everything about it, especially for agriculture, anything like that where you might need this, you got a case, you can throw it in the back of the truck. You can use it on multiple vehicles. You could even throw it on a tractor.
Nice thing is it sits lower than your bumper, so your tailgate isn't going to fall and smack on this.
Right. I kind of chuckle that the anvil is listed as not a step, but I imagine that could really hurt if you slip off it.
Yeah, I can see you slipping off and catching your shin on that. That hurt a lot. So it's a handle, and it's a striking anvil, but it's not a step, and they clearly state that on here.
Yeah, really nice unit. So we appreciate you watching this video. Stop over at workshopaddict.com in our forum. We'll talk some more tools. Thanks for your time.
Talk to you later.